Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another legit game review. Today we're going to review Shaq Fu for the Sega Genesis. And you know, with a used price of $1.95, you know this game has got to be good. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's just pop it right into the console, won't we? Just put it right in there. Oh, I broke the pins on the card. It's not gonna play anymore. This won't work. As you can see, got a bit of a different setup this time. I actually have a green screen this time. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna have some gameplay footage behind me while I'm explaining this game to you. And right now we're gonna have up some footage of me just playing around, just being a silly old boy, because. Just to show you that it works. Now today we're actually going to talk about a couple things about Shaq Fu. We're going to talk about the art design, we're going to talk about the mechanics, we're going to talk about the sound design, and we're going to talk about my overall general rating of it. Sounds pretty fun? Well, let's get into playing it. Wow, did you see that? When I hit it, the gameplay came up on screen. That's a pretty cool effect. I'm gonna commit suicide very, very soon. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about with Shaq Fu is the art direction, which is actually pretty impressive given that it's a game about Shaquille O'Neal fighting in random animal people. On this side of the field, you got Shaquille O'Neal, and on this side of the field, you've got cheetah women. This is exactly what I would expect out of a Shaq video game. Shaquille O'Neal, animal people. Go ahead and... The sprite work is really good though, and most of the animation is pretty solid. I'm actually impressed. So, you know, whoever worked on this game of questionable quality, I have to applaud you for that. In terms of mechanics, it's basically just a fighter. Shaquille O'Neal, you go around the world fighting animal people. It's pretty normal to me. But there's one thing that I have to say ruins this game completely. Because if it was just a game about Shaquille O'Neal fighting animal people, and all of the mechanics are alright, it's nothing special, but it's a standard fighting game. These controls are so terrible and sticky, and it's just... I honestly can't describe it to you, it's just strange. The Genesis has a bunch of different buttons on it, which is perfect for making a bunch of different combinations, right? However, these combinations are incredibly long, and they take way more button presses than should be necessary for a simple combination. Now, in a good game like Street Fighter 2, you'd have a simple combination. For the Hadouken, for instance, it's right, down, bottom, and hold B, and that's how you fire a Hadouken. In this game, even to do something so simple as an upper kick, you have to hold up and press 3 different buttons. It's up, B, C, 1. What kind of bullcrap is that? Keep in mind, this isn't for a ridiculous special move like a fatality in Mortal Kombat. This is a simple upper kick attack. The sound design in this game is actually pretty good. It's satisfying to punch and kick people, and it just feels right whenever you get them right in the kissa, and then they go reeling backwards as they grunt in pain. The music is actually kind of subpar for a fighting game. I mean, you'd expect for a game like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter 2 that it would have this epic, fast-paced music. But Shaq Fu doesn't really live up. My opinion on this game, man, it's so good. It's made by EA, for God's sake. My opinion on this game is it's really good. It's made by EA, for God's sake. It's got Shaq in it. No, but for real, the game is terrible. The meme status makes it worth purchasing, in my opinion, especially since I picked it up from a used sale for $2. It's a pretty good deal. I'd say for my money's worth, I got about what I deserved. Combat was terrible, but the art and the sound was pretty good, and it's a game where you're Shaquille O'Neal fighting animal people! How is that not the greatest thing ever? I'm convinced that this game only came into existence because of divine intervention. And I want to thank my boy, Papa Jesus. Thank you up there for helping me out with that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video.
All the blood is rushing to my head, and I can't remember my lines. Help me.